Well, hello viewers. Today I have a book, The Art of Goosebumps by Sarah Rodriguez. It's from Dynamite Entertainment. They also make comic books. All right, that's the back. All right, let's go back. Okay, so yeah, I grew up reading Goosebump books in the early '90s. Like Goosebump is old. The first ever Goosebump book came out in 1992. So I'm gonna show you right here. This is the first ever Goosebump book. Welcome to Dead House. So this is the first ever Goosebump book. Still in good shape. Watch, I'm gonna show you. It's old. This book is old. First ever Goosebump book. Welcome to Dead House. All right. So right there. First Scholastic printing. July 1992. So this is the first printing of the first ever Goosebump book in 1992. Yeah, this is the first ever Goosebump book. Welcome to Dead House. And this book is actually a good read, man. Like, this is probably like one of his best story, one of his best book, because the theme in this book is actually darker. Oh man, a poor dog. This is actually a really good book. This is actually one of his best story. His first ever Goosebump book, Welcome to Dead House. I mean, this book is old, man. 1992. You know, reading this book, growing up reading this book in the early 90s, man. Like Goosebump was popular. Goosebump was it was a popular book, between like, kids, teen who grow up in the early 90s. You also have like Fear Street, that's for like teenagers, but yeah, this is the first ever Goosebump book. 1992. This book is old. It's older than my magic cards I have right here. Look at that. 1992. And it's even older than my magic cards. Magic them came out yet. Magic came out in 1993. That's how you know how old is Goosebump. Even older than my magic cards. Older than my magic cards. Alright, so let's look. Let's check. Let's take a look inside the book now. Okay, so that's the Art of Goosebumps. So yeah, I mean the artwork is great. It's by Tim Jacobus. And these are all, I'm assuming, the bad guys from the book. Oh, look at that. And Slappy. Him and his joke. All right. So that's the table of content. That's probably the history, the introduction. R. Stein, the man behind Fear Street, Goosebump. I think he also does other books too. Like the Babysitter Club? No, he did the Babysitter. Yeah, I think it's the Babysitter. I'm not sure. I don't remember. Tim Jacobus. That's a classic cover right there. I think these are Interview. Series 1. How many books is in Series 1? Probably 60 something. Yeah, so this is the first ever Goosebump book. See, this is the one I just showed you. Came out in 1992. This is the first print. And Welcome to Dead House. See, I was right. July 1992, book 1. And then it also came a TV show. I think people also remember Goosebump TV show that's on Fox Kids. Well, Channel 5 if you live in New York City. And look at that. Welcome to Dead House. This is actually one of the best stories. I like this one. I think I have multiple copies of these books though. And the good thing about these Goosebump book is that the original artwork It just like, it's very like appealing. You know, it tracks like the mystery, the horror, the terror. That's what Goosebumps book is all about. You know, for little kids. You know, little kids in the 80s and 90s that's into like horror stuff. Like, see, that's the thing about growing up in the 80s and 90s is like horror genre is very popular in the 80s and 90s. You have all those 80s and 90s like horror movies. It's just so many like good horror fun. And then you have like, you know, Tales from the Crib, you know, Tales from the Dark Side. Anyway, so back to Goosebumps book. This is actually one of the best books. Walking Dead House. And this is Stay Out of the Basement. I have this book too. I mean, I remember the TV episode of this. Way different from the book. Because in the book, um, what is it? I think the father, he chopped up the fake dad. So they didn't show that in the TV. Like, no, we can't show that. Because it's Fox Kid, man. And I remember Monster Blood. And look at the sketches. Pencil sketch. I think these are like layouts. But these are nice. Yeah, you see? It's to go to make the final cover. Monster Blood. The first book is good though. There's like part 1, part 2, part 3. I like the first story though. Said cheese and die. I remember this one. They want to take pictures and bad things happen to people. The Curse of the Mummy Tomb. I mean, just look at the artwork of Tim Jacobus. He actually add real eyes. The color mock-up. Oh, this is actually a good story. I actually like the story for this one. Let's Get Invisible. And I'm assuming this is a photo shoot. I'm assuming that he used photo reference, you know, to make the artwork, to make the cover look more alive. He used yeah, photo reference. A lot of artists use photo reference. I like the story. It's actually a good story. Let's Get Invisible. Oh, this is the first appearance of Knights of the Living Dummy. Slappy. Look at these amazing sketches, man. And this guy could draw, man. You know, back in the days, you know, growing up in the 80s and the 90s, you know, comic books and, you know, books and stuff is known for its cover. You know, if the cover is good, is attractive, you know, this is what bring, you know, kids into buying books and comic books. It was, you know, the cool covers. The amazing covers. The Girl Who Cried Monster. This book is not bad. It's okay. I'm reading this one. Look at the pencil sketch, man. Such amazing, like, details. And look, that's Tim Jacobus himself. I guess he took a picture himself and used himself as a reference for the covers. All right. Welcome to Camp Nightmare. Wow, look at that. That looks intense. Look at all these, like, horrors. Pencil sketch 3. This story is okay. Welcome to Camp Nightmare. Oh, The Ghost Next Door. This is actually a very sad one. This is actually a sad one, man. This book is actually sad. It's like the movie The Other with Nicole Kidman. The Haunted Mask. First appearance of the Haunted Mask, I think. Wow, I mean, just look at the sketches, man. They look really amazing, man. Like I said, you know, not everyone's into Goosebumps. It's mostly for kids who grow up in the 80s and 90s. Oh, be careful what you wish for. No, I remember this one. This one, Yeah, the ending is not a happy ending though. Because in the TV series, it actually have a happier ending in the TV series. In the TV show. Piano lesson can be murdered. I remember this one too. This one is a classic. The Werewolf of Fever Swamp. Man, just look at the artwork, man. Look at the shading, the shadows, and such amazing artwork. This is a good book though. You Can't Scare Me. I remember this one. This one's okay too, the book. The story's okay. Man, look at the sketches. Pencil sketch 1, 2, and 3. That's another one of photo shoot Tim Jacobus. I mean, this guy used himself as a reference, you know, for his cover. A lot of, you know, artists, they use you know, photo reference. Like Alex Ross, he used like models for his cover. And let's see, One Day in Horrorland. Man, look at the sketches, man. Just look at that. It's so amazing. Let's see. I'm trying to remember the story, the ending. I think the ending was in the book. It was like a happy ending, and in the TV show, the ending was a cliffhanger. Let's see. Why Am I Afraid of Bees? Oh man, that's a nice looking bees, man. I mean, it looks intense. What else? Monster Blood 2. Yeah, there was I think there was a trilogy for Monster Blood 1, 2, and 3. Nice looking sketch. And that's the cover. Deep Trouble. I'm trying to remember Deep Trouble. Oh yeah, this is the one with the mermaid. You come across a mermaid. But holy hell, I mean, this looked like Jaw, man. Look how terrifying. Yo, that is some scary, like, god damn. I mean, just look at the sketch for that. That's some terrifying image, man. I mean, yeah, this one, yeah, it's not bad, but this one's even more scarier. I guess they just go with this one. They're like, nah, this one is too scary. It's too intense. We can't show this. And that's the good thing about this book. It show you behind the scene and the artwork that they just went with, which is this one's more safer, I guess. The Scarecrow Walks at Midnight. I remember this one. I mean, just look at the details and look at the sketches. Go Eat Worm. Wow, I mean, this is a good book, man. Just look at the details. The worm is so like details. Ghost Beach. This is another classic story. Pencil sketch. Oh, I think that's the old man in the story that lives in a cave. And bunch of waves. Ghost Beach. Yeah, this is another classic story. And series 2. Return of the Mummy. Wow, this, I guess he just well, this one's not detailed. It's just, I guess he just uses the line and they just color it in or something. The Phantom of the Oratorium. I guess that's a close-up of him. And the third pencil sketch. I mean, that's a cool cover, you know. I mean, just look at this artwork. It's so amazing. You know, when you look at the cover, I remember this cover, I thought this guy was like a You know, growing up in the 90s and the 80s, you know, you read comic books and stuff, and then you look at the Goosebumps book, you're like, hey, this guy look like he's a super villain. You know, look at the pose. You think this guy's like a super villain or something. Ah, see, you got the super villain, now you got the another villain. No, but this guy looked like a superhero, isn't? This is the Attack of the Mutant. And this is the kids. He read the comic books, right? And the comic books is actually real. I mean, look at the pencil sketch. That looks like Batman right there for a moment. Oh yeah, I mean, you know he got this from. You know he got this pose from, right? This is the famous Neil Adams Batman. Cause Batman, I remember in the comic book, Neil Adams Batman, he did this pose. So most likely he got this pose from Neil Adams. Yeah, this is a Neil Adams Batman. My Hero's Day, Harriet's Day. There you go. Oh man, I remember this story. This story's okay. Oh, look, he used another one, photo reference. Oh man, this is like a classic horror what is it? Like EC Comics. You know, like the horror comics from the 50s. I mean, just look at this guy, though. What the hell you call this guy again? The Executioner? I mean, just look at the... I mean, look how amazing that look, man. This is actually one of my favorite Goosebump cover. I remember this, man. I remember this book. I was like, wow. I remember the cover too. I was like, man, this is such an amazing cover, man. Like, you see this dude, like, well, he supposed to climb upstairs in the story. He climbed upstairs trying to, you know, execute those two little kids. So yeah, this is another classic one. I mean, this is a very iconic, like, Goosebump cover from Tim Jacobus. The Cuckoo Clock of Doom. I remember this story. It's okay. That's a nice looking sketch. I mean, that looks pretty detailed. Monster Blood 3. I told you it's a trilogy for Monster Blood. Pencil sketch. Oh, this looks okay. A bunch of playgrounds. Use another reference. That's funny. And just combine it together. It's okay. This book is okay. It come beneath the sink. Oh, I remember this one. Is it that monster sponge? Look at the sketches, pencil sketch. I remember this one. This one's okay. The story's okay. Slappy, Night of the Living Dummy Part 2. You should have went with this cover. Oh, this one's too relaxed. Slappy's too relaxed. I remember this. This ghost. The barking ghost. I remember the story. I remember it comes with a tattoo, right? The book. I'm not sure though, because I remember the book comes with a tattoo, a Goosebump tattoo. That's a mean looking dog. Oh wow. They should have went with this one. No, but they didn't go with this one because this one's too terrifying. Look at his mouth is open and blood coming out. So they just went with this one. The Horror at Camp Jelly Jam. I remember this book. This book is okay. This story is okay. The sketches. He always used himself as a photo reference. The Revenge of the Alarm Gnome. Sketches. Color mock-up. Oh, that's a nice looking cover. I remember this cover too. This story is okay too. The Haunted Mask Part 2. Sketches. Ah, The Headless Ghost. I think this is another classic Goosebump book. I know everyone knows about the Headless Ghost. I think the TV show, what is it? The kid lost his head because he wanted ice cream or something? Something like that. No, they couldn't go with these because these are too terrifying. So they got another photo reference. So, yeah, this is another classic story. The Abominable Snowman of Pasadena. I'm in the story. This one is okay. How I Got My Shrunken Head. Oh man, look at that detail. Yeah, I guess this is just too terrifying, so they can't put that. Like, no. The Night of the Living Dummy Part 3. Pencil sketch. Bad Hair Day. Was it the Egg Monster from Mars? I remember the story. The little boy got pregnant from this monster. Yes, he got pregnant from this monster. I'm not lying. That was the ending. Ah, the Beast from the East. I remember the story. It was okay. They playing like some kind of like tag or something. Like if the kids lose, the monster will eat them, or the Beast from the East will eat them. They're like a giant hamster. Said cheese and die again. The sketches. And this is series 3 now. Ah, Ghost Camp. Oh, this story, man. Yo, this story is really fucked up, man. This story is messed up, man. His grandma is a bitch. His grandma is a bitch. She's a bitch, right? Let's just call her a bitch. Like, how the hell are you gonna leave your grandson, lock him up in the house all by himself? Pencil sketch. Can you believe this shit? The story? The story, the little boy's grandmother left him in the house all by himself with a monster. How to kill a monster. Like, he's a little kid. How the hell is he gonna kill this shit? Can't kill no damn monster. It's a junior high school kid. And this story, oh yeah, Legend of the Lost Legend. This story is okay. I don't understand what this character is doing, and like, what's the point of painting a Viking Chucky? He looks like Chucky. Yeah, he looks evil. Look at his face. Holy crap, this is like a Viking Chucky. And Viking Chucky wasn't even in the book. He wasn't even in the story. So what's the point of him putting him in, like, you got scammed. You didn't see no, look at a Viking Chucky. It wasn't even in the story. Ah, the attack of the Jack-o'-lantern. I remember this one too. The story's not that bad. That's a nice looking cover though. Look at the poor dog. Oh no. Oh no, poor dog. Oh yeah, this reminds me of the Pumpkinhead in the TV show Hunting Hours. Yeah, I mean that one is more darker than Goosebumps. Cause kids and people actually people could actually die in that TV series Hunting Hour. Remind me of Pumpkinhead. Vampire Breath. Oh, I remember this one too. This story's okay. What is it? The main character went back in time. It's not a bad story. It's okay. Calling all the creeps. Oh, what is this? The lizard people that's controlling the world or something? What is it? What is this? The creator of Facebook? The lizard people? Beware the snowman. I remember the story. The story's not bad. It's okay. How I Learned to Fly. Chicken. What is it? Winner chicken dinner. Look at the sketches. Oh, look, they use as a reference for her face. Gotta add realism. Don't go to sleep. I remember the story. Didn't the little boy, the main character, he go to like different what is it, dimension or something? Should have went with this one. He's like, oh, you gonna get it, boy. You gonna get it. Oh, this one too. No, but this one's better though. He's gonna be like, you gonna get it, boy. I guess you go with this one. You see it from his perspective. Hand come from in front of his face. The blob that ate everyone. This story is okay though. I think it's like one of the worst cover. Oh shit. Oh shit. This shit is a fucking classic, bro. This shit is a classic. The Curse of Camp Cold Lake. And this is another one of my favorite cover of Goosebumps book. I mean, this is like a homage to what is it? Dawn of the Dead? Or is it Return of the Dead? It's one of those movies. George Romero movie. Was it Dawn of the Dead or Return of the Dead? It looks like the cover from... I have the DVD, man. God damn it. What is it? Dawn of the Dead or Return of the Living Dead? One of those movies. Yeah, so this cover reminds me of that. It reminds me of the zombie movie, the George Romero zombie movie. I mean, this is a classic. This is another iconic Goosebumps cover. Man, it's a good thing they went with this one, man, because this is such a classic cover. It's like a homage to George Romero zombie movie. What was it? Dawn of the Dead or Return of the Living Dead? I forgot which one. I have the movie. Yeah, the Curse of Camp Cold Lake. And the story is actually good too. I actually like the story. It's actually one of my favorite Goosebumps books. Because the cover is awesome and the story is, is good. My best friend is invisible. Deep Trouble 2. Did I even read this book? I don't remember. Oh, this is another one of my favorite Goosebumps book. Cause the story in this book is actually really good. It's actually one of the best Goosebumps story. And that's the cover. Yeah, this is another one of my favorite. The Haunted School. This is another one of my favorite Goosebump book. Werewolf Skin. I live in your basement. Okay, what is this? Basement dwellers? I live in your basement. Oh man, that sounds creepy. What is the basement dwellers that's, you know, into those Twitch dots? I live in your basement. So, oh shit, that's the, what is it? The tier 1, a tier 2, a tier 3 sub guy in Twitch that give money to those Twitch girls, those Twitch dots. They look like that because they live in the basement. I live in your basement. Wow. No, I don't think I ever read this one. Yeah, I think that's the thing about Goosebump book. A lot of these books, they're not reprinted. They're not. You know, they only print it like one time and that's it. But yeah, I live in your basement. I'm seeing the stories about those basement dwellers that, you know, donate like $1,000 to those like Twitch girls, you know, those Twitch dots. Monster Blood 4. See, I didn't even know there was a Monster Blood 4, man. I didn't even know that because I never read this one. And, you know, these books, they're out of print. You can't find them anywhere. I'm talking about the actual book. They didn't reprint them again. And this is the Goosebumps Series 2000. No, I don't remember reading the Goosebumps Series 2000. Because, you know, by the time the year 2000 come, you know, you're already old. You know what I'm saying? People's already old. Cried the Dead Cat. I mean, look at the sketches. I didn't read any of this book. I probably just like read 1 or 2 books. No, the year 2000, people's already old. You know, all the little kids are, you know, all the people that grow up, you know, reading Goosebump book, they're already old. You know, they went to high school, they went to college. Oh, this book is reprinted. Bride of the Living Dummy. Your story's okay though. So yeah, this book, like some of these books are reprints. Some of the stories is reprinted, so you can still pick them up. That's the cover. Yeah, so Goosebump 2000 series is hard to find them because many of these books are not reprinted. I actually have this book. I actually read this one. Wow, that damn! Look at the cover. Was it Invasion of the Body Squeezer? That's funny. Part 1. Nope, I didn't. Never read this one. Never read this story. And this is part 2. Wow. So they actually, wow, that's cool. That's pretty awesome. Got like the full spread page. Oh, I actually read this one. I have this book. I read this one. I Am Your Evil Twin. Nope. Just go with something that's basic. Huh. It's based on Toys R Us. Revenge R Us. And you got Fright Camp. Wow, look at the sketches. Oh, hell no. Wait, what? Are you terrifying yet? Oh, remember that movie in the 90s? Along Came a Spider? That one spider killed like a bunch of people in towns and stuff. What's the movie called again? No, the movie was called Arachnophobia, right? It's a 90s movie. Small spider. And it has baby and just killed like all those people in the town. And there was that scene with the 2 old couple. They're already dead. And then you see the baby spiders come out of their mouth. I think the movie's called Arachnophobia, but Look at them spiders, man. Hell no. Yo, I mean, It's a good thing they went with this cover, man. Oh, no, nope, nope. Hell no. Nah, man. Look at that. Oh, oh, man. I didn't read this story, though. Headless Halloween. Like I said, these books, you know, the Series 2000, the out of print. Only a few of them got reprinted. Oh, this one got reprinted. Oh, yeah, I actually like this story. This story is actually good, though. The Attack of the Graveyard Ghoul. I actually like the story for this one. This one's actually good. I like the story. This one got reprinted. But you're not going to get the cool, amazing, you know, original cover. I mean, god damn. I mean, look at the cover. That's pretty dope. That's pretty cool, man. That's amazing. They've reprinted the book, so you can still pick this up, though. But it's not going to be this cover. It's some, like, you know, computer graphic, bland. I mean, the original one is just way better. But they reprinted the story. This is actually a good story, though. Oh, madam. So this was Brain Juice. Wow, just look at the detail on the brains. And this one's Return to Horrorland. I don't think I read this one yet because it's not reprinted. Never got reprinted. Also, this is the horror from Horrorland. Jekyll and Heidi. That's funny. So that's the cover. Look, he used to... That's pretty neat, right? Photo reference. That's how artists work back in the days. They ain't got no internet, so they gotta take pictures. And if they take pictures of little kids, you gotta say, oh no, I'm just taking a picture of her for photo reference for my art. And that's the final result. Looks good. And this one is Scream School? Nope, never read this one. I only read the one that got reprinted. Oh, a few of them. I have like one or two. And this is The Mummy Walk. What is this? The Werewolf in the Living Room. Oh, that's a nice looking werewolf. Oh, that one looks nice. Yeah, there's a few more pages. Oh, what is this? Horror of the Black Ring. Wow, I mean, did he just manage to do all of that, man? Just look at the details. Look at all the jewelries and rings and all that stuff. Wow. That looked like some 80s like horror movie cover. What is this one? Return to Ghost Camp. Nope, I don't think I ever read this one too. I tell you, man, but you know, in the year 2000, late 90s, like everyone is grown up, man. Either they go to high school, they go to college. Be afraid, be very afraid. That looks like a dragon. Oh, it is a dragon. Right. Oh yeah, this story is reprinted. This is the Haunting Call. This car. This story is okay, but this book was reprinted though, so you can still pick up this book. It is reprinted though. It seemed like only 3 of the Series 2000s reprinted. That's not a bad looking car. And this one's the Full Moon Fever. Sketches. Slappy Nightmare? That's funny. Yo, look at that. That's a funny face. All for the photo reference. All for art, man. Let's see. Earth geek must go. Ha, makes sense. All the Earth geek, they left Earth. And that's how you got the fake geek. Sketches. And the final cover. Ghost in the Mirror. It is a reference to Michael Jackson's song, Man in the Mirror. That looks... Nope, never read the story either. Bro. No, man. Wait, what? No, it can't be. That can't be, man. That's not Michael Jackson. You know, Man in the Mirror is Ghost in the Mirror. Not Man in the Mirror. So, no, that's not Michael Jackson. That's a ghost in the mirror. Let's see. The Incredible Drunken Fifth Grader. I forgot. What's that horror movie? The Land of Giants? Yeah, it looks like it. What is this now? Let's see. Did I skip a page? This is Goosebump Go. Never heard of it. Pencil sketches. Oh, wow. She just ripped that mask right out of her face. Happy Holiday from Dead House. I never read these books. Never heard of them. First time. Goosebumps live on stage. And that's about it. And you got Jack Black. Yep, that's about it. Like I say, you know, this is a nice book, man. The Art of Goosebumps. I wonder if they still have it in stock though. I picked this up from Amazon. So yeah, you find this book. This is for like, you know, fan of Goosebumps, fan of kids who grow up in the 80s and 90s, that grow up with the horror genre, growing up with all those horror movies, those horror TV shows in the 80s and 90s with Tales from the Crypt, Tales from the Dark Side, Monster. Like the 80s and the 90s was known for a lot of like horror was at its peak in the 80s. That's why you have all these horror movies in the 80s. I think in the 90s, that's when the horror movie kind of like died down a bit. And horror genre it was gone. Like no one cares about horror movie anymore. I think action movie took over Did an action movie? I'm not sure though. Maybe action movie took over the horror movies in the 90s. Like no one really cares about horror movie anymore. Because I remember People Under the Stairs, John Carpenter Vampire. You got the Blair Witch Project. Yeah, people don't really, you know, care about horror movie anymore. But, you know, the kids, like I say, you know, being the kids that grew up in the 80s and 90s, you know, growing up with horror, like horror entertainment, it was fun back in the days. So now that, you know, all the horror stuff come in, you know, horror movies popular now. Yeah, you know, that's about it. And yeah, I mean, this is a nice book though, you know, for people who grow up, you know, reading Goosebumps books. You know, it's for the, like, you know, kids in the 80s kid, the 90s kid. You know, this book is good for them. You know, people who enjoy reading like scary story, you know, back in the days. Or the most famous book a lot of kids reading in the 80s, 90s was Scary Story to Tell in the Dark. That's another classic one. So yeah, there's not much you can say other than that. You know, this is a nice book though. It is. It's from Dynamite Entertainment. You know, check it out. And thanks for watching.